All right, let's talk about expressing ownership without using adjetivos posesivos. So sometimes we need to not just say mi coche or su coche or tu coche. We need to use some of these old pronouns that you already know. Let's review these for a minute. You learned these in Spanish 1. These are the subject pronouns. Remember, they are the people who do things in your sentence, such as I and you, and he and she and we and you all are they. So let's see if you can remember those. What did you get for I? Yo. Tú. Usted, él, ella. Is it coming back to you? We is nosotros or nosotras. And then you have ustedes, ellos, and ellas. We're going to be using this bottom row, okay? These people, we're going to use them to show ownership. So these people now own things, and you can use the exact same people to show ownership. Rather than saying su coche, his car. And I'll show you why you may need to do that. Su coche, what does it mean? Think about it for just a minute. What does su coche mean? Well, let me show you. It can mean your car. Actually, it can mean his car. Oh, it can mean her car. We're not finished. It can mean y'all's car. And their car. So look at that. Su coche, sometimes it's not clear as to what it means. So, if it is not clear by your conversation, you need to be able to reword that. You need to be able to say the car of, and you fill in the blank. So you're going to reword it and you're going to say el coche de. So you're going to use the little word de a lot. Of el coche de. El coche de usted. Now I know su coche meant your car. El coche de usted can only mean your car. El coche de él can only mean his car. El coche de ella can only mean her car. So when it is not clear what su coche means, you have to clarify. So we can go on and we can say el coche de ustedes. El coche de ellos. And el coche de ellas. So when su coche doesn't do the trick, you're going to have to reword it into an of phrase. El coche de. Okay, let's look at it in the plural. Sus coches. Remember, sus is the same way. It can mean a bunch of people. It can mean your cars, his cars, her cars, y'all's cars, their cars. Those cars could belong to a lot of people. Sometimes we need to clarify who they belong to. So let's use an of phrase, a de phrase. Los coches, because we're talking about more than one car, los coches, de usted, de él, de ella, de ustedes, de ellos, de ellas. So now when I use one of these phrases, I know exactly who those cars belong to. Okay? What if you don't need to use a pronoun at all? Maybe you want to use someone's name, such as Tony. Maybe it's Tony's car. You can't use me and tu and su. You need to use the name Tony, an apostrophe S. This is how you have to do it. Reword it. The car of Tony. Use an of phrase. El coche de Tony. You could say Antonio if you wanted to. El coche de Antonio. Tony's cars. Reword that to say the cars of Tony. Los coches de Tony. Okay, you're just rewording. The girls, notice where the apostrophe is, so it's more than one girl. The girls' books. How would you reword that into English? The books of the girls. So that is the phrase you're translating. The books of the girls. So you say the books, los libros de las muchachas. Los libros de las muchachas. The boys' book. One boy, one book. So you have to say the book of the boy. El libro del muchacho. El libro del muchacho. Notice when I say de and el, it just comes out as del. So do me a favor. When you're writing, mark that out and just write del. Just make it a contraction. It's one of the two contractions that you now know. Al and del. Those are the main ones you have to worry about. Okay. The men's cars. So reword that. Give you a second. Reword it. The cars, because there's more than one, of the men. So that's what we need to say in Spanish. The cars of the men. Los coches de los hombres. Los coches de los hombres. What we're doing is we're just rewording to take out this apostrophe because you cannot use those in Spanish. The woman's scarf. One woman, one scarf. So reword it, the scarf of the woman. La bufanda de la mujer. La bufanda as in Billy la bufanda. La bufanda de la mujer. Okay, are you getting the hang of it? Okay. Summary. Apostrophes are not allowed in Spanish. So if you try this, Pablo's coche. Notice Pablo, you're thinking, I'll just put an apostrophe. Es Pablo's coche. Nope, can't do that. Los hombres trabajos.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Not gonna work. La mujer's casa. Nope, can't do that either. So don't just try to write it in Spanish and put an apostrophe. It is not allowed. Apostrophes are not allowed in Spanish. Okay, you're going to do some written practice. Please ask me any question you may have. Okay, but I do not want you to simply raise your hand and say, I don't understand. I want you to analyze and ask me a specific question. Okay, I want you to think through it. What is it that's giving you trouble? Not simply, I just don't understand. Okay, analyze first and see what you can come up with, and then ask me specific questions. Okay, buena suerte.